Hello and welcome to all of my viewers of my program, Meet the Winners. This is going to be our 12 sessions of this program. In this program, normally I bring people from different faculty of life, and you have already seen that witness, and you have seen that I have already brought before you computer scientists, civil engineer, mechanical engineers, computer engineers, IT field peoples, the political science specialist. So I brought before you from different walks of life. And today, whom I have brought as a guest for you is from civil engineering department. So this was missing in our whole program. So I managed to find one of my old students from Alan, and he is one of the best of my students while I was teaching in Alan, and he among with his old friends, they are living, most of them are living in abroad. He is now residing in America. He did his study from Malaysia. More of the things he will be able to he will be explaining to you, but this is the short description which I'm just going to give you before I introduce. So let me tell you the format of the program. This format of the program is going to be question and answer. I will be asking question to my guest, okay, from educational career to his job, and then in between there will be more talks will come up or prop up from the question to question regarding the career of civil engineers now in our country or abroad. What is the future of civil engineering? All these we are going to talk about them. So without any further delay, I would like to introduce today's guest. His name is Shady Adel Fahim Rezakalla. Welcome to you, Shady. You found time for this program. It is very hard for American to wake up at 7:30 in the morning. So you just managed to respond to my call. I'm very happy to see you over there after a long time. So I will be now starting my program, just asking you first question like this. Give me a brief account of your family background, back from your home country, your parent and everyone in your family, what you would like to mention and share with our viewers. So let us start with this question. Please tell our audience about your family background.
Oh, all right. So both my father is an architect and my mom is a civil engineer. And hence most of our family is full of engineers. Half of my uncles and my aunts are all like either civil engineers or interior designers or mechanical engineers. So it runs in the family. Yeah, we all started in Egypt. Then I moved to Al Ain where I met you, sir, and I did my high school, and my parents were there with me. Then I went to Malaysia where I did the rest of my studying, and then I came to the States, and then my family came here and we reunited here. Okay. So yeah, this is a quick summary.
Yeah, so it's very good. So you as you said that your family is family of engineers. So where are the all other family members? All around the world, or where are they? They're back home in Egypt, or some are here, or somewhere. Where are the all other cousins and uncles are there? Uncles are living now.
I have an uncle and an aunt in America, and I have an uncle in Canada, and the rest of the family is still in Egypt. Not in Al Ain anymore. Everyone left.
Okay, so very good. So very good. So you just fit into the frame that has been already framed for you. So you just add one more engineers into your family. Very, very good. But as I remember, okay, tell me about your schoolings, and just give a brief description of your achievements that you have done. That's very important for our viewers, where most of the viewers are going to be the school students and their parents. Okay, so they would like to know that how you have been doing in your school, what kind of course you have gone, what was that course about, and what was your performance. So please give here you give detailed information that will be helpful for our audience. So Shady.
About the university or high school?
No, for the school for the school journey. So where you have been studying, just get more detail. Okay, what you were studying, which course you were studying, IGCSE, A-level, all these give explanations, okay? So that the people come to know how you have gone through, achieved this success through which path you have followed, okay?
All right. So I went to Al Engineer School in Al Ain, where I studied the British system. So I did my IGCSE and board exams over there. Um, I, I studied, I think I took 8 O levels, 3 AS levels, and 3 A levels. And
okay, one thing
Reyaz
here. One thing I ask you. You did 8 O levels and 3 AS, okay, 3 A level. Was it the requirement? You did more than what it was required?
So it depends. I wanted to cover my bases because I did not know where I'm going to end up after school. So in Egypt, they require 8 O levels, 2 AS, and 1 A2. Countries abroad require 5 O levels, 3 AS, and 3 A2. So I wanted to make sure that I have all options available. So when I come to apply to university, I don't I keep everything open. I don't close any doors. That's why I did the number of subjects that I did.
Yeah. So this is the same scenario back home in our country also. People are overdoing the thing because just to cover up, not to be left out of the options. So this is the same case in Egypt as well. So you managed to did all kind of options so that you are not, any kind of admission is not denied for you. Wherever you want, you can go. So that was very good to see. Now, Tim, how was your grades in O level? Then you slowly AS and A level. How was your any special achievement that you did? You would like to share this with to our audience, okay?
Yeah, I got straight A stars in all my subjects across 3 levels. I think one of them it was just I don't remember, but yeah, I got that. I did some. I had some achievements also. So I got a few word toppers in math. Math was mostly the subject where I got it. I got 1 time in chemistry and 1 time in physics, but I got it in math throughout O level, AS, and A2. Thanks to you, and mostly because you taught me very well. I did have a couple more for the overall subjects at A2 and AS levels. So yeah, I was I performed really well in my board exams, I would say.
Okay, very good. So just tell our students, how did you manage to perform so well? How was it? What was your strategy of studying in the school? Because this is very important for our audience. Okay, those who are students, they will come to learn that how the people in the UAE do studies in order to get the good grades. So as the audience now know that he has done IGCSE system, this is a British curriculum, and there they are getting grades. A star is not very easy. So fortunately, rather I say that he was quite intelligent enough to get 8 A star. It is once again I will say it was a great work indeed. You made a lot of effort to get 8 A star, and this is not an easy thing. So you managed. How did you manage to do your performance so well in the school? So just share how you were studying. What was your planning? How did you manage your time? And what was the extra advantage with you that you managed to do all this good?
I think the main thing is to be dedicated and spend enough time going through the material. And the thing that helps a lot is going through the past papers and solving as many as you can. So the more I solve, the easier it becomes for me, and the more because it's just that most of the questions, the exams are timed, and you need to race against time. So the more you solve, the more familiar you become with it, and hence you do better. I remember for some of the subjects like math, because I was focused and I wanted to get that top certificate, I used to go back to 1990s and keep solving. It does open up your mind, and sometimes they repeat questions or they repeat the same concept. So when you see that in the exam, you get to solve it really quickly and save a lot of time to think on the more complicated problems.
So how your teachers were preparing you? And what was the technique and tactics the teacher used to give you in order to make you succeed? Was there any contribution of your teacher to you or not? How you will explain this?
course, there was a lot of contributions. I think you can shed some light better on this because you were my teacher and you did teach me through 3 years. It's been like a while. I think it's been 11 years or 10 years since, actually 12 years since my IGCSE exam. So I don't remember everything. But I remember you used to teach us very quickly and we needed to keep up with you. Yeah, but you did open my mind and you taught me to think in different ways. So I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah. No, getting world topper in mathematics is really a great achievement. It's not easy task. It's all British people all over the world. So world topper, it was really a kind of your effort, your parents' prayer. Okay, you were also a very nice guy at that time, and everybody will like their children to be like you because you were a kind of model students. You were good in your study. You were also a regular churchgoer. You were very good from all aspects. And especially games and sports. So you have shown all kinds of qualities. This is what God gives to rarely few people. Not everybody get this. So we work together. I feel proud myself that it's not that you should be thankful to me. I should be thankful to the student who made me feel pride that you got a world topper, become a world topper. So this is what a kind of achievement for me as well. Okay, that I am actually a part of your journey of success. I feel like this. So now let us come to the after you graduated from A level, then you made a choice of doing civil engineering. Why did you make a choice? Because the people at that time were going nanotechnology. At that time was nanotechnology were very famous. People were going all nanotechnology and IT and fields and other. But why did you make a choice of doing civil engineering? Was it because your parents were father was architecture and then your mother was civil engineers? Was it like that, or you made your plan from your study or your research or whatever you can say? Just give a brief explanation to this to my audience.
Honestly, back then, I think I did not really know what I wanted to do. I wanted to keep a little bit my options open. I talked to my parents, I talked to my professor, and of course, my parents were all in favor of doing engineering, especially civil engineering, because it runs in the family. And they did convince me that it has some good career prospects. So I kept that in mind when I was making my decision. And then I decided, like, since it has a good stable future, it was something that I wanted to pursue. I also was, like I mentioned, math was one of my favorite subjects, and it came naturally to me. And so when I joined the civil engineering, especially the structural design, you do get to play around with numbers a lot, and you run into the mechanics and this kind of problems a lot. And it's something that I like to do and I like to face. So it worked out well for me.
Okay. So how did you manage to what I taught you mechanics in the AS and A level? Was it helpful for you in there or not? Because it's full in civil engineering, there is a lot of statistics and dynamics over there. So did you get any help from there? From what I taught you in the A level,
I got
AS and A level?
I got a lot of help. So the school I went to, they made me skip the first year, the foundation year, just because of the subjects that I had, which is the modules that I took with you and you taught me. I think that played a big part. So I saved the year of my life. Also, yeah, it did prepare me a lot for school, like the way you taught us how to think and how to solve problems. It did help me a lot throughout the years.
Okay, very. So now next question is like, you chose to go to Malaysia. Mashallah, your parents were rich enough to send you America in the beginning. Why did you go, instead of going to America and Canada directly, you went to Malaysia? What was the real consideration behind this?
Well, mostly it was the tuition fees. It had the program was really good. It was a good school. I think it's ranked number 7 in the UK and top 70 in the world. So it was a good school, and the program offered an option that I can skip 1 year, like I mentioned, because of my grades and my certificates. So that was nice. It also gave me the option that to do my master's in an integrated program. So that would also save another year of my life. So it kind of made sense. And then financially, it was the best decision for me and my family because, as you know, graduating from a British system, British schools, they don't usually offer that many scholarships. And they give you maybe 10, 25%, but the fees were very, very expensive. And I didn't want to make my parents go broke. And so I applied to a few schools, and this school that had a Malaysian campus, and it was a big scholarship, and it was a lot less money compared to any alternative. And since it was a very good reputable school and a good program, so it kind of it was a mix of everything that makes sense together for me to go there. And I did not regret my decision. It was a very good decision. I enjoyed my time. Malaysia is a beautiful country, and I did graduate. And they do allow you to go to the UK if you want, or the China campus. They have 3 campuses, the same university, and they have partner universities across the world. But I did choose to stay in Malaysia just because I was familiar with the system and with my professors, and I was focused on my studies. And so yeah, it was a good experience, and I liked it a lot.
Okay, the 2 points came out from your discussion. Like you talk about the scholarship consideration, and at the same time saving 1 year of your life, because it is also a very important decision. Because you were having a lot of 8 O levels and 2 As and 1 A level you already had. So this was helping you to have some sort of a scholarship, right? This is exactly I would like to suggest my viewers that let your children make a choice of the best of the university where they can save their life. Okay, many places they give you exemptions of some of the courses which saves your life. At the same time, choose the university which gives you a scholarship, because you don't have to go to the America and Canada now. Now the America, Canada, and British universities are already available in Malaysia and now in Dubai as well. Okay, where you can they can offer you what I should say the scholarship. At the same time, they will save your life, and you will be safe. Your children will be safe from, or you still be safe from the whatever they call the bad in the Western countries. That you will not be under the influence of all these things. Your career will be good. You will be good students. Those are the real fear of the parent. So I think from all sides, as he said, it was good from all aspects, from the time saving wise, from the scholarship wise. Also, it was already a British university over there. So a certificate also he is getting from the British. So and living in a good environment out of the Western culture. So that was a win-win situation for every student who would like to study over there. I like to suggest everyone, if you're going to send your children to America and Canada, if you get an option like a country like Malaysia, or you want to have some university in Dubai, you should think surely and certainly, because it's going to give a lot of benefits. Your children will be safe, secured from many aspects. So now the another question comes to you, Shady, that normally after A level, the student go for undergraduate of 3 years or 4 years, okay? But you have chosen the integrated course. Did you choose, or you did undergraduation, then you did master? What was your process?
So the university offers the undergraduate course, which is 4 years, and then after, I think the 3rd year, depends on your grades and your decision, you can get to go into the accelerated program, and then or not, and you can finish your bachelor. So like I mentioned, the 1st year I skipped, so the bachelor became just 3 years. After my 2nd year, they gave me the choice of whether to continue and do 2 more years and graduate with my master's, or just finish 1 year and just get my bachelor. And I decided to go with the first option just because the master's does help, gives you additional credit and credibility when you're looking for a job. Also, when you're applying for like your professional engineering license and other licenses, it does offer, like it does give you enough credits so you can qualify for these licenses without having to further, go spend another year or two studying. So it did make a lot of sense for me to do that. And it does the master's.
So as you said that it was all depending upon your performance. So performance is also a kind of thing to consider, that when you are in university, you must perform well, okay, in order to get some privilege. Like as he said, he got undergraduation and integrated to this called accelerated program for master degree. This is really a great opportunity for those who are performing well and during the undergraduate courses. So what have been your I mean to say the CGPA, and was it how you were doing? Performance were 90 above, 90% above, or what was your performance that we want to share with the students? CGPA was what?
I had a 4.0, so I was top of my class for 4 years. And that's how I was able to maintain all my scholarships.
So as you said that you have been topper of that batch, okay, throughout the 4 years of your study. So this is actually it is a great thing, and obviously you are going to get some benefit. I will suggest my listeners and viewers that if you go to an admission, be serious and do the thing seriously. If you do perform very, very well, like you become topper, a second topper, third topper, you are going to get a lot of leverage, a lot of benefit, and the faculty will help you a lot in getting the better job, your recruitment, everything will be easier for you. So when you take up any program, just do research properly, give your 100%. Life is surely going to be easier for you. So when you completed this one, when you completed your accelerated program, okay, so how did you come into the job? Did the university there was campus selections, or you searched it? What was the scenario for getting you into job?
So at school there were a lot of campus selection, and like I mentioned, in my final year, I didn't mention this before, we had the graduation project and the research project, and I did publish this once. I had a lot of exposure, and I did meet a lot of companies. So if I stayed in Malaysia, the market was, they recruit a lot from our university. So I had a couple of job offers there, but my family was deciding to move to the United States at the time. So I decided to come here, and then I moved here and settled in, finished my paperwork, and then booked for a job. And thank God I was able to find a good job, and I've been at my job ever since.
Okay, very, very good. Okay, so you did publish your research paper for the master degree, right? So master degree.
Yes.
So you already published. Okay. So this is again the people, those who. Okay, one thing before I ask that question, how does doing master degree help you? Because majority of the people, they just do undergraduate, while back in India, and during the undergraduation, they get campus selections. What is happening over there is that the people are doing civil engineering, people are doing mechanical engineering, people are doing electrical engineering, they are getting placement in IT field. Okay, so what about their the field that they have chosen and they are going to IT field? Just because of the job is not available in the mainstream engineering, so that's why it is happening. But this was not the case in Malaysia, right? You got selected in the stream that you have chosen. The people were choosing you from your performance. I think the research work has surely helped you in doing this, or master degree has helped you a lot. What's your idea about this? What I'm asking.
So like I mentioned, I wanted to specialize in structural design. And I think the master's degree last year helped me a lot to do that. All the modules that I took were focused on this aspect. My research project was focused on this aspect. My design graduation project was focused on this aspect. I did talk to a lot of industry people during my my design graduation project and my research project. I did meet a lot of companies. So you get, I was exposed to a lot of different fields, I would say, and companies, which gave me an idea on what I wanted to do more. It also the basis for what I like. I work as a structural engineer, and the foundation and the basis I learned in my master's program do help a lot. And it did help me on where I am today, advance quickly, because if your foundation and your bases are not strong enough, then you're not gonna go far. Because I think one thing in the engineering industry now, there are a lot of software to use, and there's a term that we use in the office is garbage in, garbage out. So unless your foundation is like solid and you understand what's happening, you're just gonna feed the software some information and you're gonna get some output, and it's not gonna represent the actual condition. So I think the master program and the entire degree and program did help give me that solid foundation and understanding of how the things work, which helped me reach where I am today.
Okay, so during the university, how many hours you were dedicating for the study? This is very important, because here in the engineering department, they were doing what they, when the exam come, test come, they study. All the other time they don't study. And actually, I have seen, I'm teaching all the engineering students, last my 15, 20 years teaching engineering. They are like that. They just want to get the grades, don't want to study. Is it the same scenario over there, or was your case? What was your case?
Some people do that for sure, but not everyone. I certainly did not do that. I would wake up early, study for a little bit, then start my classes. And then I finish my classes. I would study for a little bit more. So I would start my day around 6 a.m. and end my day around 7 or 8 p.m. depends on the day. That's usually during the peak times. I know earlier in the semester, it's still like starting, so it's not as busy. But yeah, I like to start my day early, get a few hours of studying before school, and then I would attend my classes. And depends if I have an assignment or work to do, then I work on it later in the day.
Okay, now we'll move to yes, continue. Yes, continue.
Definitely you need to work hard. I don't think it's advisable or makes sense to just work before the exam, because then you might be able to pass, but you don't understand what you're doing, and you're not gonna achieve what you set your mind to, if this is your intention.
Right. This is what I'm facing a lot of problem teaching the Laplace transformation and all that. The people are not understanding. They just want to remember complex analysis. Too much issues. Okay, the student doesn't want to study. They just want to pass. Especially the engineering student don't care for mathematics too much. They just want to use the term. No, you should study first math, then the things will become good for you, which nobody is recognizing this part. Without learning good math, you cannot be a good engineer in any case. But this is the thing missing. Now we'll come back to you related to some question related to the job. Like, do you think the civil engineers have really a good future? Because many engineering departments are coming up very sharp, and then decline also in the similar way. But civil engineering is one of the oldest, engineering, and it has also seen ups and downs. But what is, as I have gone through some literature, I have seen that in America, from America or over India also, from 2021 till 2030 is going to be a booming scenario. Okay, so what's your opinion, because you are already in this one? What's your take on this?
Like right now, I think the industry is doing well, and there are a lot of jobs for civil engineers, which is a good thing. But like you mentioned, I think earlier in our talk, I think one of the main reasons is a lot of civil engineers are leaving the industry and they're joining IT fields or other fields.
Yeah.
So I think this opens up even more job opportunities. I think there will be job for sure, because the building needs to be retrofitted, especially in areas like the United States, where on the West Coast you have a lot of seismic events which affects the buildings. So there will always be a need for a civil engineer. And on the East Coast, you have a lot of wind events and hurricanes. So again, there will always be a need for an engineer. You need to widen your thinking or broaden your horizon and develop new skills. So you cannot just be used to like working on one type of building and assume that this is going to be the case, because every phase has a different different types of work that is available, whether it's retrofit or wood industry or steel industry or concrete industry or other type of designs. So as long as you make sure you're familiar with a lot of things and you're open to new challenges, you should be okay.
Okay, now people are misinformed that civil engineer just means the one who construct the building. But nowadays, due to the development, okay, it has got more than 8 or 9 branches. I would like to mention few of them. Like nowadays has come up structural engineer, which you already said to me. Structural engineering is highly in demand. It is number one in the list of the civil engineers, yes, structural engineers. The second one is your geotechnical engineer, environmental engineers, marine engineers, engineering manager, design engineer, water resource engineers, and finally what we think about the construction department, civil engineers. So now new branches are coming because the urbanizations, okay, everywhere, the people are middle class is improving, so urbanization is taking place. So you need good highways, you need communication to make a good communication. So you make bridges and making the flyovers and all that. So the good offices, good buildings, okay, infrastructures. So all these will always be in demand because of the people, middle class family has risen up there. People have the money and they want to enjoy the life in a better way. So all these demand will always be there. So it is expected that, so next coming minimum 10 years is going to be booming for this industry. And it is also from one perspective, it is the best investment. It is the best investment that people invest their money in the buildings. So this is also one of the reasons people are investing their real estate. People are investing their money to build so many buildings and villas and all that, and people are buying because this is going to be a good investment. So from all perspective, it seems to me that civil engineering is going to be a booming for the next coming 30 to 40 years. Okay, this is what's going to happen. Now I would like now you to tell me about like how a civil engineer is getting salary in America as compared to over here. This is important point. So what a civil engineer is getting as a salary, this is also an important point for people to think about.
I'm not sure how they're getting paid in I can speak here. I think we're getting compensated fairly well. Not as good as other occupations. Like there are a list of occupations that make very good money here. If someone is interested in that, they can become a doctor or a lawyer. But I think the engineers are doing all right. Yeah, and I work as a structural engineer, by the way, not a civil engineer. But I'm still didn't finish all my licenses yet. I need a little bit more experience. But I think the field, whether civil or structure, it's very similar. I would say it's medium between like the top performing jobs and the low performing jobs. I think we land somewhere in the middle.
So at least the median salary is what?
Yes, sir.
There. Median salary is what there? They describe the median salary.
So I think the average for a civil engineer here with 2 to 3 years of experience is about $75,000 a year.
That is good. In America, the people can manage to live good life even within 50,000. Some of the faculty members are getting 75. It is a really good salary. So it is not exactly similar to here in India or here, for example, in UAE. But that's just I wanted to make a clear distinction between America and here. Okay, so that was the main thing that I could ask you a question from. Now, for example, if you now you have already done master degree, okay, the fourth generation engineering, I think it is going to your department that you have chosen. Structural engineer will be really rightly fitting into the fourth generation engineering requirements, because structural engineers will be needed when they want to make it fourth generation engineering, because it will be one umbrella where all sorts of engineers will be fitted. So who will make this structure? I think the people are still not able to develop so much, collect so much of money to make it implement. Okay, because it's not going to be specialized. There will be no civil engineer, no mechanical engineers. Okay, all will be engineering managers or like this. There will be no labor. Okay, there will be no labor under one shading house. All the engineer will be just working. Artificial intelligence will be doing all the rest of the work of the labor. What your take about these intervention of the artificial intelligence and IoT in your job? How it is going to affect?
Well, I would say one thing is that the better the software becomes and more intelligent, the easier my job becomes. Thankfully, we are still needed for value engineering. I think this is the main reason why people still hire us and not just use the software. Because like I mentioned, until now, the softwares are very advanced, but it all depends on the user and the input. So the idea of engineering is it's not just to create a safe building. Of course, being safe is the number one priority, but then it's being safe while being able to save your client the most amount of money. So this is the aspect where the engineer would come in, or a good engineer would be different than an average engineer. That if you can be code compliant, have a safe building, and end up with a cheaper building than the engineers around you, this is how you make sure that you still have a job.
Yeah, this is really an issue nowadays, because fourth generation engineering is the planning that I have gone through. I've read it. They are going to replace in one. It's not going to be a different department at all. Everything will be done by artificial intelligence and software. Okay, they will be making everything, and the labor and all these will go away. That engineer will become a labor. And previously it was said that if you are good, brain-wise you are good, then you become engineer. Okay, and the labor will be you will be ruling the labor. Now it is completely different. The engineer has to be hardworking in order to work as a labor as well, because artificial intelligence is going to replace their all things, and they put him to just look after these operations. So they will be just like doing like it is a future. It is going to happen. People have to accept. Otherwise, the government, the life of the people will not become better and better. This is all for making the life of the people better. Artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, computer science. These are the really they are going to make the life of the people dramatically. It is so fast growing that you cannot control. People are the world thinkers. They are not able to employ this fourth generation thinking something about the people. Many people will go out of job. Okay, so they are trying to implement this slowly and gradually. Okay, so still people will manage, but cannot be denied. It may be delayed, but it cannot be denied. Artificial intelligence is going to replace many intelligent working that was done by human being. But still you need people to operate them, but that will be quite few. And there comes the smart people's entry. The one who are smart in their field will only be able to survive. The average people will not be able to cope up. So I think that all the students should now think from now that whatever you choose, whatever branch you choose, you must be excellent in that. You cannot be just average students and pass and get job. Then you will be you will be an electrical engineer and doing the IT works, and that's not a really the achievable thing, that it cannot be considered as an achievement. So you must be very intelligent in your branch, getting good score. Then you will be fitting into the real path, or you will be getting due respect what you should be given to. It's only possible when you are highly smart. Okay, now Shadi, I would like for you to tell my viewers what you would like to suggest, okay, them from study to the job perspective. Just give your fellow brothers back home in our land or in back in Egypt, you must be knowing that this was seen by people in Egypt as well. People must be seeing, because my students are everywhere. So maybe they're saying, what's your message for them? What's your message? Then I will give chance to my audience to ask you a question. So just give your final briefing, what you would like to tell them about how to study, what you should be, what is the priority. Just give them like a elder brother suggestions, I can say like that, because you have already achieved this. You are feeling better. You recently passed, so it's not old. People like me is old. There are many things that change, but your your answer will be a really recent one and a new one. It will help them, fresh one. Yes.
Well, I'm gonna say something very cheesy. I think the best thing to do is do what you love, because you're gonna spend most of your life doing that. You spend most of your week at work, and every year after year, if you're doing something you don't like or you don't love, just to please someone else or to get more money, after a while you're gonna burn out, and you're not gonna be able to continue doing it. So make sure you're passionate about what you do and dedicate yourself to it. Work hard, and then whatever you do, it's gonna work out fine. Because I think any field, like back home, the issue is we have a perspective that you either become a doctor or an engineer. I think this is in Egypt. I don't know about other countries, but actually there are a lot more fields that are as good or even better than these two fields across the world. So whatever you love or passionate about, just do it. And as long as you dedicate yourself to it and work hard, you're gonna be fine long term.
Okay, so as you said, Shadi, as I listened to you in the very beginning, you did 8 O levels, 3 A's, 2 A's, and A level. You just wanted to keep the option open, okay? So here is a similar scenario with the people back home, that very few people are getting the subject of their own choice which they want to do. Fortunately, they by bad luck, whatever say, they did not score well for some reason, okay? But their choice, their love is for the other subject, but he's not able to get. And this is the case. This is the case with majority of the people back home and every part of the world. I'm not saying in India alone, every part of the world. Like think about the people who was studying mechanical engineering and he got IT job. Think about, and his passion was to become mechanical engineer, creating some kind of machines and dealing with the machines and all that equipments. This is what he was in mind, and now he's going to sit with the laptop and doing all kinds of software working. So, so what he loves, he is not getting. So there is some kinds of compromises also going on these days. Even if you love, you might not get. So here is now case of the backup plan. This is coming into picture, that if you did not get this, then you do this one. But whatever you do give your 100%. This is the main thing. Whatever you have been given, okay, you take it seriously and do your 100%. It will be no use of blaming that I wanted this, it did not happen. Nobody is going to listen to you. But whatever you have chosen, do best, deliver best of yourself, and hopefully you will be given best also from the society, from the job market, whatever. Because nowadays it is not easy that everybody choose his path and he will be able to reach that path, again go to that path. It's not easy, because the job scenario is not as simple as what we think about. But it is surely, but it is cannot be denied that what you love, you study, you will do better. But this is not, you can say it is not the destiny for everyone, okay? But whatever you choose, what you are given, you must be doing very, very well. So now I will be allowing my student, those who are viewers, you can ask question to Shadi. Okay, Muhammad Afroz, do you have any question to ask him? Anyone come forward and ask question. Muhammad Afroz?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have any question for your students? Yes. Muhammad Afroz is a teacher. He is teaching the students who are aspiring for becoming engineers. So he might be asking question what he has, his student has been asking to him, to you, may possibly be like that. So Afroz, you can ask question.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Shady,
Hmm.
to discuss about yourself and how can you getting the achievement in your life. Then my question is that most of engineers in India, especially in my locality, my friends and my neighbors have not any placement in company. Then please discuss about some way they utilize their degree for better job.
Okay, very good. I will explain you, Shadi, first. Okay, Shadi, what he is going to say that the job scenario, as I told you before, okay, that in India, majority of the people are not getting job in the real field that they have chosen. Okay, so would you like to suggest him that if he go for further study, okay, is it going to help him? So just give your own experience, okay, from here, explain this to.
Um, I'll try my best, but I
Yeah.
haven't been in a similar situation, so I'm not 100% sure.
Huh.
Like when we're trying to hire someone, if someone has a master's degree, it does play a factor because it shows us he put in the extra work, and 100% of the case, but most of the time it shows that this person is more dedicated and he wants more out of it and wants to learn more. So it does help for sure if they do further studies. But I was fortunate enough to be able to find a job quickly right after college, and been a stable job and it's been a nice one. So I haven't been in that situation, so I can't really say. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. I'm just going to explain him. Look, regarding India, I will tell you now. The future, as I said to you, that the future of civil engineers in India is going to be much better because the middle class people are improving because of the IT fields, and more places are getting urbanized, and there is a requirement of many things. For example, as I said to you, new offices, residentials, hotels, shopping malls, leisure parks, and retail, among others, they are in demand to be built up. And many peoples of, okay, corporate peoples are in the market. They are all building all these things. So far as the job is concerned, okay, there will be. But the main thing what I said to you, that in order to get selected in the job, you should have your CGPA now above 9. But those people who are not getting job, ask them what are their CGPA out of 10, how much, what was their score. So those who are not getting job, just see back, their performance has not been good. Okay, the people who has got 9 and above, they all get job without fail. This is what I have noticed, and because I'm already in this field and teaching engineers, I come to know that the CGPA is one of the most important. The people who have been doing good, even if he didn't get job, the faculty members select him and put him into the job. If not, they train him to become a professor and lecturers. So there is, the main thing lies between what was his score. He is engineer. The one who get 50% is also engineer, 90% is also engineer. So let us see the who are not getting job is an engineer of what kind. Obviously, nowadays also the people having a good score above 90%, they are surely getting between, even from 8 onwards, 8 to 10, they have sure chance of getting. Only those who are getting less than 8, okay, they have to shift to the other departments because the college has to give them placement. So they are getting like that. But if you are good, you are surely going to get job even in India. Especially by 2030, there is a booming chance for the civil engineer. Many projects are there. Nobody has thought in Mumbai that people will be able to move within 10 minutes the journey which was they were covering within 4 or 5 hours. They are now covering within 10 minutes because of the bridge that is built in Mumbai. It was just because of the requirement of the done by the civil engineers. So there are demand, but you have to be good enough in order to get the job. Okay, so Tayyib, are you there, Tayyib? Tayyib, are you there? Yes, Tayyib.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Yes. Put your question. He, like you, he is also my student, and he is also a student. So Shadi is also
No.
my students, and Tayyib, who is going to ask you,
There is
has
my
been
son.
also my student. So let's now, okay, let your son ask.
Yes, it's my son, and both we are listening to interview, and it's a wonderful to listen such a person with a successful man. My question is not a question, but I want to ask, what is your message for young generation?
Yes. Okay,
Like my son,
Shadi,
who is,
Shadi, look,
listening
his
you.
son is behind. He wants
Yeah.
to receive a message from you. So give some message like how you have been doing in your school. Just tell them to do.
Yes.
I can tell you, he could be a very good model for every student. I've been teaching him. Okay, so and he became the world topper in mathematics. This is not an
Yes.
easy thing, British curriculum. So just
Yeah, that's why I'm
he's
asking such a question. He is a
yeah, his
mathematics
suggestion will
world
be
topper of in mathematics.
very perfect. Shadi, give your suggestion. How did you study? That's his son is asking to you.
Yes.
Shadi.
Well, yeah, I'm here. I'd say work very hard, dedicate yourself to what you do, listen to your parents and be obedient, and then I'm sure you're gonna be just amazing.
So how many hours you have been studying in the school? Just tell them.
In IG,
Yeah.
in like my school, I used to wake up like I would start at like 7 a.m. and study until 2, and then I would take like an hour break and then study from 3 until maybe 9.
Very good. So you must be saying
Sorry,
that
I'm
hard. Yes. Yes.
cutting off. Did you hear me?
Yeah. There was a lagging where there was a lagging now. It's
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Yeah. Now say. So tell your son what he's saying is that he has been a regular follower of the lecture in the school. He is following to the teachers very, very well. Whatever he was studying, he was doing back at home to make the idea very, very clear. Okay, he has never let the teacher to shout at him because he was ready with work all the time. Okay, so a student must be ready to answer the questions. He must be asking questions. He used to ask me question a lot while I was teaching. Okay, the other students. So this is what is the main idea to follow in the class. Don't be just patient listener. Ask question. Asking question is one of the most important. There are some teachers who give you teach you in such a way so you are run out of your question, but still find some question to ask from him. There are some teachers who will not let you ask question, who will just tell you, listen first to me, okay, then at the end you ask question. By that time he has answered all his question, so he doesn't left with to ask a question. So that is another case, but you must be preparing in your mind and try to think alternately. Anything what is told, try to think alternately. Alternative thinking is very important, especially in science subjects. So Tayyab, where is your son? Is he clear? Did he understand?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Bring him.
Yes, sir,
Did you understand? Did you understand what he said? Say.
No, he's asking, do you have any question?
Yes.
Yes, sir. He's
Okay,
he
come on,
want
ask.
to ask something. Okay. Hello?
Say.
I want
What
to ask
is
that
Which is?
that you are a computer engineer or a
Oh, you didn't listen. He's civil engineer. He's civil engineers, okay? Especially structural engineer. Structure engineer. Did you hear the name of this structural
thank
engineer? Okay, today when you go home after this program, open the Google and see what is meant by structural engineer. See, you will find it is a branch of the civil engineering, or it is a much bigger branch now, too much in demand. So structural engineer is going to be much in demand very, very soon, because when the fourth generation engineering, these people will be in high in demand. So you just go to the Google and find and see. This way you will make up and understand, make up your mind what you should study when you have passed your higher secondary exam. Okay, so you should prepare in your mind from now onward. Okay,
Thank you.
that's what you should do. So it's clear to you now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now I would like to conclude this. Maybe we are running out of time, so I would like to conclude our discussion. So yeah, once again I would like to thank to Shady that he spared time early in the morning, America. He wake up and he became ready to give interview. From the behalf of my viewers, I really thank to you. Now, out of the discussion, what has come as a takeaway for my viewers, I would like to mention one of the thing is that when you are going to prepare yourself, okay, for any branch of study, you should be covering all sort of requirements. You should not be short of or fall short of the requirements that the university wants. So what you should do is to, when you are planning to study, you must go through the requirement of the university, and then from there you try to fulfill all those demands, because you must have a plan what to do. So if you have this planning from now, then you will be getting the branch that you need. This is one thing. Second thing is that once you have succeeded in this, then you must be performing very, very well. Because if you are not performing very, very well, then you are not going to be in the eye of the faculty members. So you are not going to get have a better future, because it is the faculty members in all these colleges and universities. They help you achieve your help you achieve success in his branch what you are studying to. So if you are making him happy by doing good, getting your CGPA 9 out of 10, then you are secured and you are going to have a better life. The third thing is that when you are going to make selection, you should also consider your parent. You should try to get such a grade that you must be able to get some kind of a scholarship. If you are going to get a scholarship, then you are helping your parent not to invest a lot of money in you. And scholarship is achieved by only those who performs in the university. The CGPA is 9 above, above 9. So that is, I'm talking about perspective again. So 90% above, whatever 4.8 out of 5 or say 9 out of 10, whatever it may be, if you are doing this, you will be getting a lot of scholarship available in each university. So if you do that, you are going to help your parent in saving the money. Another important part, finally, what I would like to say, conclusion was that he got a job in America. So he did what? He brought his parent to America also. So this is also a kind of message for him that when you become successful in your life, you must not forget your parent, and you should think of whether you bring them together, or at least you keep in their mind, try to not to forget them, and always look after them. This is a kind of the hidden message from him, which I'm trying to make it clear to you. So his parent is already living there in America. I knew them personally because they used to come to see me during the exam time. So they were also engineer, as I told you, as he said, all the family are family of engineers. So I wish that all of my viewers must pass on his message to their children. So if their parent living, and the student must share with your fellow friends all what you have learned over here. So now I think we are running out of time. So once again, I will be thanking Shady, and I wish you, as being a teacher, guide, and I have played my role in your success. So I wish you good luck in all walk of life, and I wish you that you get married soon with a good girl, which will be a real partner of you. It is high time to get married. So give my good regards to your parent, and all my students, convey my message to all my students in America, London, wherever they are, and to contact me because I'm going to take their interview also. So just tell them and spread this news that I have started doing interview for my students. So wish you good luck, and I will be stopping the interview now here. So I'm stopping the recording here.